You guys, I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how to start this video. Welcome back to the farm. It has been a hot minute for good reason. I'm picking up this package that we just got. The last time we talked, or the last video that I uploaded, was called Change is Good, or Change is On. I don't know, I think it was called Change is Good. Anyway, that was a video that was actually a glimmer of hope for us. And that was 6 months ago. If you remember the journey that we've been going on, Joel has lost his job. It was a year ago already. And 2023. And we knew that 2023, our theme was life on the altar. We knew it was going to be a season and a year of refining, a season of growth, a season of pain, a season of just cutting off things that aren't supposed to be there, the things that God doesn't want in our lives. And so it definitely has been. And like I mentioned before in that video, if you haven't watched it, you can go and watch it. It's the last video before this one, where I talk about how the season has been dark, but we see a glimmer of hope, which that was 6 months ago. And how I said, nothing has changed, but everything has changed in us, because we started to see hope, because we started to see God's hand after a very long period of silence from him. And that was 6 months ago. And things have changed, but nothing significant. Well, I can't say that. Nothing significant changed for a while. Okay, that was 6 months ago. And I keep saying that because it seems like such a long time ago. And it is. And I think the message that I want to get across is that just because we started to see hope 6 months ago doesn't mean things changed like that. We're in the distance game here. When you call yourself a believer, we're in the endurance game. This is an endurance game. It's not a sprint. It is endurance. It is enduring. It is pursuing. It is going even when your body wants to shut down, even when your legs are giving out. It's going even if you're super thirsty and you're just ready to give up. It's about pushing through. That's what this life is about. So I want to remind you about that as we continue talking, because I think that is the lesson. Endurance is the key, and change is good. And just because change doesn't happen overnight doesn't mean that change doesn't happen. If you're losing weight, if you're working out or whatever, like you have to know that it takes time, and you can't give up when things don't happen right away. A lot of things have happened and a lot of things have changed, even within the past. Oh my gosh, I need a calendar in front of me because so much has happened. Right now, our daughter Trinity is in Orlando, Florida. She is at an evangelism boot camp. If you follow us on Instagram, you probably have seen she is going to be going to Africa in a few months, in June. Okay, we have a funnel. This is really handy. I love having funnels of all sizes in my kitchen because there's lots of bottles and stuff that I'm always refilling. Anyway, Trinity's in Florida and she is gonna be going to Africa. She's being trained in evangelism, in so many things. She calls me almost every day, which is big for Trin. And she's so excited. She calls me like I'm her best girlfriend or something. And she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, this happened. And then I prayed for this lady. And then this happened. And then we were just worshiping and everybody was going crazy and blah, 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 blah. And she's just excited. And I'm excited for her. And this boot camp and this, first she went to fire camp and she was fundraising for that. So you probably saw that. And then at fire camp, she just felt super strongly that this was what she was supposed to do, to be like a worship evangelist. And she applied for boot camp and she got accepted and fundraised and she's there. Like it happened like so fast. Life, it could just be like that. You make your plans, but the Lord establishes your steps, right? And so that was something that was it was not on the list of things that was supposed to happen this year, but it did. And when you live Holy Spirit led, things like that happen. And so you just have to, you learn to be super flexible in this lifestyle of being led by the Holy Spirit. These are because we are, one of the things that we're doing in this season is we are trying to be more low tox when it comes to our, and we're pretty good already, but if I can make it for pennies, 40 cents or something, why not? It's a way that we're saving money. And yes, I know I'm extra when I buy these because right now they're just in our old plastic ones, but I'm using lemon essential oils and I don't want it to eat away and like pull the plastics. So I figured these are an investment. I probably need to protect them when little hands are using them. So I might get those little rubber things. Anyway, let's keep talking. So all of the ideas, all of the Magnolia coffee shop, all of the ideas that I talked about and shared, they're still there. There's still something we want to do. It's just, there's no capital to do it. We have priorities of, you know, keeping the house and feeding the children. So, okay, so they're in there and I'm gonna, like that one reel, I'm coming back for you, baby. Like, I'll be back for you guys when I can make them. So now's not the time. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's my deep cleaning day. My hand. Hi, Bitsy. Okay, let's go back outside because it's just, it feels better out here. And I'll show you what we've been working on out here in the yard. Like I was saying, we just have had a really weird piece about the whole thing, about not knowing, like you become okay with not knowing what's gonna happen. Like you just know after so many times of trials in this way and in this area, like it's not even a worry because we've been here before and we know that he's faithful and he always shows up in the nick of time, that we've not been super, I can only speak for myself, not been super stressed about it. I know it weighs on my husband more because he's the provider and he's the one who's like trying really hard and things aren't happening. We're trying to, you know, rub two pennies together and hoping they make more. It's just, it's a season. I don't know, it's just a weird place of just knowing that he's going to take care of things. And no matter what happens, we're going to be fine. That's just how we feel and what we know. And you guys, I don't think you understand how hard that is. It is a hard thing that not knowing is hard. But it's like a roller coaster. It's like some days you're okay and some days you're really, really stressed about it and you're really worried about it. And those are the days you have to just remember and remind yourself that it's all his anyway. And nothing we have is ours, and that naked we came and naked we're leaving this earth. And so that gives us peace. Something that the Father has shown to me and has spoken to me is, what do you have in your hand? Like, what do you have? What can I do? Because there are things I want to do that are out of my jurisdiction and out of my reach. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't. But what's in my hands right now that I can do? And this is something that we've done even in California, because yes, we had an abundance and a great job, but that was new to us. Joel and I struggled for years after he broke his neck in 2004, if you don't know that testimony. And we have gone through our fair share of money problems and financial things, and we've learned that if you are faithful with little, he will bless you with much. And we've lived by that for a long time. And that's something that we tell our kids all the time when we lived in our little apartment is, if we don't take care of this, how is God going to trust us with a house? How is he going to trust us with something better if we can't even take care of the little we have? And so that's what we've been convicted of. We've been convicted of what do we have and what are we doing with it. And so, and that goes in, that's the whole gamut of things. That is the whole many facets of life. It's not just talking about the finances that we have or the house that we have or the animals that we have. It is our body. It is our time, that intangible asset of time. It is our prayer life. It is so much more than the physical and everything that we see. And so we've been convicted of that. And one of the things that the Father has shown me is there's a difference between dirt and soil. And this is Hannah. There's a difference between dirt and soil. And if you don't know and you've never thought about it like me, there is a difference between dirt and soil. Dirt is dead. Dirt is dead. Soil is living. And think about this, okay? I want you to think about the story about when Jesus healed the blind man, okay? There's so much to this. I probably will do a separate video of this whole thing about dirt versus soil, but just think about this one thing. When Jesus healed the blind man, we don't know why he took the dirt and he spit in it, right? He spit in it, he put it on the man's eyes, and the blind man could see. So, Jesus is life. He says he is the way, the truth, the life. Without his spit giving life to the dirt is just dirt. Without him, we are just dirt. Without the breath of life and the Holy Spirit that is breathed into us, like, we're nothing but dirt. And dirt can't give life to anything. You can't grow vegetables or crops in dirt. You can grow vegetables and crops in soil because soil is alive. But that's just been our conviction lately. And it's like, okay, are we just being a pile of dirt, worrying about what we're going to eat, what we're going to wear, and just fretting about life, our own life apart from him? Or are we going to allow him to breathe and deposit his life in us in every situation, in every dead situation, in every situation that looks, impossible? Or what are we going to do? We have to, if we want to survive, we have to allow him to take over our lives, because without him, we're nothing. So that's where we've been, and we have decided that this is what I've been telling the kids, and they're gonna laugh if they hear it, is, well, Trinity's at boot camp, we're at boot camp, and we're gonna take care of the things that we have in our hands and the things that we can control, and that is our bodies, right? We have decided, and this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, I want to detox my kids and I want to parasite cleanse them. I want to change their diets to more, we don't eat terribly. We make a lot of our food, like bread and that sort of thing, but bread and we just eat rich homemade food, which tied with a sedentary lifestyle, yeah, we have the farm and but there's no real hard labor, moving around a whole lot. I want to move my body, because if you're not, those of you who are older like me, your life, your body is not going to, you know, just get better. It is going to decline, and it is going to get worse if you don't do something about it. And so that's something we're in control of. We can do that. So what's in our hands? Our house, our property. We've been out here. Let me turn this around. We've been out here, and I'll show you some videos of what we've been doing. So we've had burn piles here because this was just full of brush. And I'll like I said, I'll put some videos of what we've been doing. We still have to finish this and this whole side over here. But this is, you know, this is our property. We don't have tractors. We don't have tools like that, but what can we do? So whatever we can do, we're doing. And it's perfect time. It's a perfect time of the year because spring cleaning, Passover is coming, and that's a great time that I love to get the leaven, right? The things out of your house, the things out of your life that you don't want there anymore, the things that you need to clean out. It doesn't necessarily have to be sin, but of course it's a good time to examine and ask the Holy Spirit to illuminate the things that you need to get rid of in your life. And so I have a list. I've been cracking down and just chipping away at the list, and it feels so good to accomplish those things. But we're working on the farm. It's beautiful weather. It's going to be getting hot, but it's just a good time. And it's boot camp. It's boot camp time. And I'll be taking you along for the ride. Like I said, Joel's going to do he wants to, before he does a parasite cleanse, because I do want to do a parasite cleanse. He wants to do one. And so do I. All of us are. But before you do a parasite cleanse, you need to make sure all your pathways are freely flowing. And so first we're going to detox his liver. Liver and gallbladder are like kind of tied. So we're going to do that first. And I'll take you along on that journey. And I'm going to do the same thing with the kids. I just noticed some things with them, and parasite cleansing is something you should do with your kids and yourself, and everybody should do that at least once, twice a year. That's going to be exciting. We share everything, so it's probably too much, but like I said, I'm not ashamed. I am going to work really hard by myself and not relying on the kids or anybody else to create more and to create more content, to bring you more value, to really take you along so that you understand the journey that we're on. And I look forward to it. There are some things that are in the works that are super exciting, but I cannot mention them right now. And for a reason, you're going to want to follow along. So subscribe, share this with your friends and your family. I promise you're going to want to stay tuned. Are you ready to work? You got your boots on?